It's Jimmy, Scott, and Diggerman from the Theme Park Podcast.
Are you looking to finally make that move to Orlando? Maybe you already live here and want to be closer to the parks.
Use the official real estate agent of the Theme Park Podcast, LaurenCampbellRealtor.com.
Lauren helped my mom both buy and sell her house.
I bought a house of 10 years with Lauren.
Didn't you marry her?
Shush. I love my real estate agent, and you will too. Call Lauren Campbell at 407-325-4225. That's 407-325-4225.
Goldwell Banker Realty.
Outdated spot now.
Well, you guys have been married now.
Well, we've been married for 10 years, and we've been living here since 19? No, 2009? I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like when we recorded that spot initially, we should have just left it blank, so each year we could be like, 15 years.
I like the old
16
Simpsons,
years.
The old the Camp Krusty where they just and now your host, Mr. Black.
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah.
Yeah, we just throw in a different voice through the years.
You know, in the Simpsons game that they originally made for GameCube, what was it, like Simpsons Hit and Run?
Mm-hmm. Oh, the ripoff of...
Grand Theft Auto.
No, it was a ripoff of
the Taxi.
Yeah, that's right. Crazy Taxi. Yeah.
Crazy Taxi. They had that feature in there. Like, when you won something, Krusty would come up and be like, hey, you know,
Player
you won? Yeah, it was like, player one.
Yes. I still actually have a copy of that game for, I think, like PlayStation 2.
No, I still have it for GameCube.
I loved the stand-up arcade Simpson game. Do you guys remember that one?
Yes.
Where, like, Marge had, like, a vacuum cleaner as her weapon?
Yes.
That was like a ripoff of, like, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Of course it was. It might have been the same company.
Yeah.
Now, that's an IP that's ripe for a real game at this point. Like, we've never really had a great Simpsons game.
Didn't somebody actually make a Simpsons Grand Theft Auto game?
Hit and Run was...
It was good.
Wildly popular.
It was good, but I think now, like, an open world Simpsons game, can you imagine that? Like an open world, like, think Red Dead, but you're in Springfield?
That'd be kind of cool.
I mean, I think there'd be so many options. I mean, it's the value of that IP. It goes back 2-3 generations now. Like, I watched it as I was a kid. My kid watches it now.
This is actually some Simpsons land news that
Really?
we can get into in the podcast.
In the podcast today? Good. I look forward to hearing that. Yeah. I think that'd be a great game, though, if somebody really wanted to come and develop a
Simpsons Road Rage.
Oh, yeah. That's the one I have.
Yeah. And then there was Hit and Run.
Oh, I had Road Rage, I think. I didn't have Hit and Run. I think I had Road Rage. Fair enough. All right. Well, you guys still want to do a podcast about theme parks and then end up talking about video games and TV shows?
I really just want to know how much I would have to spend to get the Simpsons arcade game.
Yeah, the actual, like, the whole box, the case and everything?
Yeah.
The cabinet, the whole 9 yards.
I mean, they sell them so freely now. I was at a mall the other day. I don't remember which mall it was at.
Like, are you okay with like one of the mock ones, or do you want like an actual like arcade used?
I don't know. I mean, granted, you're talking to somebody that has a tiny apartment, so I don't really know where I'm going to put this.
Where am I gonna
It's either
put
this or have a bed.
I'm gonna say you're probably gonna start somewhere in the neighborhood of $500,
Which I think I'd be okay with.
depending upon the condition, and then it could go up as high as like $1,000.
Oh, Arcade 1-Up announced its intent to release a 30th anniversary of the game.
There you go.
There we go.
It'll
When
cost you
was that from?
$99.
So they had one of those one-up ones, the cabin we stayed at in Tennessee, and it was like attached to the wall. So it was like a unit, but it was like attached to the wall too. So it took up much less space.
I also don't mind those arcade ones that have like 100 games in it.
Oh yeah,
Like
the
the emulator
multi-cades?
ones.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, you know the ones that I really like, and I swear we're gonna get into talking about about theme parks at some point. I kind of really like the tabletop ones.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
the ones
Simon had one of those.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but he had only had one game. They have the tabletop one that can be
The multicade.
yes.
When Jimmy and I were kids, they had those in Pizza Huts, and they were covered in grease.
Yeah, and you got to compensate for that.
If you go to the Kobe Steakhouse that's across the street from Universal Studios on Kirkman, not the one that's on iDrive, the one in Kirkman, they have the tabletop, and it's got, I want to say it's got Pac-Man, Galaga, and maybe Donkey Kong.
Yeah, the Matador on Virginia has one of those, but it's got the 100 one.
Oh, there's a store in the Florida Mall that has all this stuff in it. It's like a store devoted only to this stuff. arcades, pool tables, all that stuff.
Are they like original cabinets, or is it just like the one-up things?
No, it's original cabinets because I looked in and it was like started at like $1,700 and went up from there. So I'm like, okay, this is not in my price range.
What I'm looking for is I want a commercial grade Miss Pac-Man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
I could see that. They say they ship anywhere in the world too. They look very pricey though.
Yeah, but if they're in mint condition, you're going to pay.
Yeah.
What I'd really like to have is a pinball machine, but those start at like $5,000.
Jeez.
And then they can be very fragile.
Yeah.
I could see that. The way people beat them to death in the 80s.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually we had like a team outing, and it was at a bowling alley, and they had an arcade game, and I played Stranger Things pinball for like 30 minutes. It was so fun.
Yeah, there was a place in St. Augustine that had a bunch, and I was playing a Mandalorian pinball.
This is why I miss Disney Quest, because on the second floor above the Astro Orbiter thing,
They had all the retro games.
yeah, they had all the retro games, and they had like, I don't know, like 10 pinball machines.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Disney Quest went away. They brought in the NBA thing. What is it, bowling now?
It's nothing.
No,
it's
right
nothing.
now.
It's a building.
All right,
Right now, it's a sidebar in front of Circus Soleil.
Let's bring back Disney Quest again. What's old is new.
Forget about Disney Quest. Just make it an arcade.
Oh wait, no, it was the VR thing for a while.
That's right.
But not the Edge, not that thing that got sued, the cease and desist one. It was like for Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, there was a Star Wars VR thing they were doing there. It was like a promo.
Yeah, and it was free.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, you never did it though.
No, I didn't.
No.
I don't go to Disney Springs. I hate that place.
Go there, get the donut burger.
I want the donut burger. And you like Earl of Sandwich.
I'll die. I love Earl of Sandwich.
Hey, how about this? You go, you order 2 donut burgers, you make that the bun for your Thanksgiving sandwich.
It sounds awful. That sounds
You'd
awful.
eat it.
I would just need to call my work ahead of time and be like, hey, come pick me up in 5 minutes.
You know, you can like reserve a spot at the ER now ahead of time.
I'm going to go ahead and reserve this. All right, you guys want to do a theme park podcast for real this time?
Yes. All right, coming down in 3, 2.
From the theme park capital of the world, Orlando, Florida, this is the Theme Park Podcast. Wait, podcast? Isn't this on the radio? Why does everything gotta be so messy on this station? Anyway, here's your hosts, Dickerman, Jimmy D, and Scott Harris.
And welcome into the Theme Park Podcast. Dickerman here. There's Jimmy D.
What's going on, Phyllis?
And Scott Harris.
Hello, hi.
Live in the LaurenCampbellRealtor.com Tebow Gazebo studios once again for an exciting week of theme park coverage.
Yes.
Let me first ask this question as someone that does not have passes to a theme park currently. Has anybody gone to the parks lately?
I will be in a few days to ride Tron.
All right. Oh, that's right. That's coming right up.
Monday.
Yeah.
Monday is my window to ride Tron Light Cycle Run.
I've seen a few of my friends have ridden it, and I forgot to ask them how they liked it because I thought it already was going. Jimmy, you know somebody that rode it, right?
Yes, they said it was incredibly fun. Just they felt like it was short.
Mm-hmm.
The numbers I'm hearing is like it's a 3-minute experience, and that's pretty long for a Disney roller coaster.
But I have seen that they're including, like, they're doing some chicanery with that number.
Oh, are they like cheating it a little bit? Like,
Well, it takes 2.5 minutes to actually get into the ride vehicle for most people.
Yeah,
so,
they're kind of including a little bit of the pre into it.
I have heard there's like people having difficulty getting onto the ride. Like, I guess just the positioning you have to get into.
you kind of have to have like riding a motorcycle, like
Experience.
yeah, you got to place your body into that like leaning forward kind of thing.
And if you've seen a good number of the people that go to the theme parks, they probably aren't like, I've ridden a motorcycle.
And it's like a light cycle is also different than riding a motorcycle.
Yeah, you really gotta get in there, and I think they were saying something about the way your calves get locked into the ride.
Mm-hmm.
it's very reminiscent, from what I've been told, of Flight of Passage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm curious to see how this looks when they open it to the masses. But Scott can give us firsthand perspective.
I wanted to make sure that I got a window on a pre-show.
Yeah, it's a good call.
Yes.
That's a smart
And I was
move.
able to.
Yeah, that's good. That's good because a lot of people didn't get on to the waiting list for Tron.
Correct, yeah.
I had one option, so March 12th it is.
Here's your one and only chance. Take it or leave it, buddy. All right, well, should we get into some theme park news? Because I
got some massive news. Massive.
hear
and it's
there's
not
something
me
big.
mocking you this time.
Okay, please share this with the class.
Mando! He's here!
Yeah, I know. I watched it on Disney Plus last night.
No, goofball, he's in the park.
Mando and Grogu are in the park.
You said that was in Disney's California Adventures.
And then I said it again for Disneyland Paris. But now they are at Galaxy's Edge.
As of yesterday.
Disney's Hollywood Studios Galaxy's Edge.
So they're just dropping these guys, no fanfare. They're just like, hey, boom, we flew in, and here we are.
Yes.
They brought him in on a Wednesday for the first episode of season 3.
And is it like this is going to be like a short run? This is gonna
TFN, till further notice.
And he's not like in one of the sets or like by one of the vehicles or something. He's actually just walking through the crowd.
And
Wait, I do wonder how long it's going to stay that way.
is he carrying the baby? Is he
He's-
carrying?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got the child.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, that's cool. I would only thing that would have impressed me more if he had the pram floating next to him.
Oh, that would be awesome.
The egg.
Yes. That's super cool. So
It's
I
weird. He
imagine-
isn't. They don't have him listed on the app though.
but he's just there.
Yeah, no, but I mean, it lists Kylo, Forster, Kylo, Rey.
Does it give times for any of those people?
No, it just says sightings around Batu.
Okay.
I mean, maybe they change it for the time. So as of right now, looking at it, maybe that's why.
So you just go and you just wait, stand and wait. You just wait until he shows up.
It's you and a whole lot of people, buddy.
I imagine so. The days when we would go to Batu, and it was right after that hurricane, and it was eerily empty, those are long gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were so great.
Well, back then, though, we were like, did they make a mistake? Are they
Yeah.
going to take this away from us?
We did. We're like, oh no, this. They're going to never do this again because this is a complete failure. Nobody's here.
Nope. Now it's
But it's just like
bananas.
with how popular this character is, the fact that they're doing a roaming character, no PhotoPass photographer with them. Everyone's going to want a picture. Just put him over in Launch Bay.
I'm surprised it's not reminiscent of the scene when we were there for the launch and they lost control. Mando's just like, they took the baby. I don't know. They lost control and the baby's gone.
Exactly. He should be walking around with the dark saber just
Yeah.
at the ready.
Yes, because somebody's going to
hacking
take that
down
baby.
characters.
The baby's going to get gone.
Yeah, they literally teased it, I think, right before the park opened. And then boom.
Really?
Yeah.
And then he's here.
Yeah. Because as we were talking about, this happened the first day of Flower and Garden.
Yeah, all the bloggers were over at Epcot, and then they had to like
Hop on the
hightail it.
sky on the gondola.
You know, they were all standing outside at 2:00, like, let us in, let us in.
or there's like, I'll buy a ticket, one please right now. Get me in as fast as possible.
Steve, I know you're in the middle of a live blog of buying a steak, but we've got a report of Mando sighting
It's,
over at Hollywood Studios.
Flower and Garden, not Food and Wine.
They have food there, though? No?
They do.
Okay. Well, I figure they probably have steaks there, too. I mean, it's
Yeah,
just
but
the same. They just
honestly-
use the sign.
Honestly, like all the bloggers that I follow, all they've done is take pictures of the merchandise,
That's all they do. I still say the bloggers are the most annoying people on planet Earth.
including us.
There was
We're fine. We're cool.
Oh no,
we
we're
don't-
annoying.
No, but we don't do anything to disrupt somebody's experience at the park.
You
That is
mean
true.
Holding
And-
out your camera the entire way while you're going on Galaxy's
No,
Edge.
I saw a video of somebody that was recording a fireworks show at Disneyland, and they had a camera rig that had 3 GoPros, 2 cell phones, and they were getting mad at a family behind them talking during their video.
I'd have picked that thing up and thrown it in the lake.
Exactly. Like that's, and you know, there's in Japan, at Universal Japan and Disneyland Japan, you cannot live stream in the park.
Really?
Yes, because they don't want you to do something that disrupts the experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Because that was the
it's-
case when we rode Rise of the Resistance one time. They filmed the whole thing.
I wish every park would. Well, that's the difference. They're recording. Well, it's like,
It was live. Oh, guys, yeah, we're about to get out Rise
Yeah,
of the Resistance right now. You got 3 viewers. Okay, great.
I don't know why. I mean, I know why, but that should be a thing that is a blanket thing at every experience, at every theme park across the world.
I could see it coming.
Because it's the rise of it is too much. It's unwieldy.
Remember the selfie sticks?
Yes,
Those are all banned.
but that became a hazard.
Oh yeah. Well, it was also annoying.
Yeah.
My other favorite is the people that will film a ride with their flash on the whole way.
Oh yeah.
Dude, just turn it off, Grandpa.
You just want to take their phone out of their hand and chuck
Yeah.
it in the water.
This is not providing you anything right now other than annoying me.
Yes.
So that's cool. So go out to Hollywood Studios is what you're saying.
I'm gonna try it. Like, I know my Tron window is at like 5. So I'm like, do I want to then hightail it over to Galaxy's Edge?
See if you can see.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't see why you wouldn't.
I'm right there.
I mean, for the good of the show,
Exactly.
you can ride off the gas over there.
I got a hybrid, man. You kidding me?
And then you could bounce over to with the Skyliner over to Epcot and enjoy some food.
I think I don't know if I have it in me to do 3 parks in a tiny window like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, when I first got laid off from the radio station the first time, I took a day and just walked every single park in one day. And I just basically, wherever there was pathway,
You would go?
I walked it, and I tracked it on my phone, so I had like a map, and then I superimposed it over the park map so that you could see that I walked everywhere. And it was like, it took me the entire day. It took me from 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Because I got there at Rope Drop, I think at Hollywood, and then I went to Animal Kingdom. I think I did Epcot 3rd, and then I wrapped it up with Magic Kingdom.
That seems backwards to me. Why wouldn't you go from Hollywood to Epcot?
I don't remember what my logic was at the time.
I don't know. I think I would start with Animal because it's so far away
It
from
is
all the other ones.
jettisoned out. For
I
sure.
might have gone to Animal Kingdom first,
Yeah.
just because I know the animals are more active in the morning. Mm-hmm. And it was one of those things, too. It's like if I walk past a ride and it was like only 5 minutes, all right, I'll go on it.
Yeah.
Take this opportunity right now.
So, and I rode Star Tours and a few other things.
Very nice.
It was a fun day.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that one of these days.
Yeah.
If I ever get a day off.
That's when I first discovered Instagram filters.
Okay.
I got to tell you, I like some of the stupid Snapchat filters. I'll see.
Maybe that's what it
I don't
was.
use Snapchat, but I do the pig face and the various things.
Oh, no, this was like I don't remember which social media thing it was, but you'd go there and they had a special filter.
Oh, yeah, I think it was Instagram.
Was it Instagram?
I think
And
it
then
was
like
Instagram at the
you
time,
bring up the picture and it would say like Disney World. I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah. They still do that.
Yeah, I like pig face. I'm a pig face guy.
You guys want some news? Like some other news?
Let's do some other news.
My guy Figment has a topiary now. Everyone's got a topiary now for Flower and Garden.
Yeah, you figure he would get that because he's like one of the stars of the show over there.
Yes, and it's where it is?
Where?
Right in front of his ride.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
Speaking of rides, the It's a Small World is getting more inclusive.
Oh, what was not inclusive about it?
They have now added a doll in a wheelchair.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I thought there was one, but I guess there wasn't.
I thought the same thing until I
Yeah.
saw it.
Okay. Cool, guys. I mean, we literally represent all sorts of people.
Exactly,
In the world.
yeah.
I'm like, how do we get more inclusive?
It's like every culture is represented.
Yes.
Don't they have Navi in there now?
That I don't know.
I could have swore I saw something that they were going to bring Navi children to A Small World.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I know they've started at least at Disneyland, including some characters.
Okay.
So like Lilo is in there from Lilo and Stitch.
Okay.
Because cultural, it's like different culturally.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and can I just bring up something real quick? Do you know most people don't realize that Disneyland is the happiest place on earth and Disney World is the most magical place on earth?
I don't think I knew that.
I don't think I knew that.
You guys didn't know that for real?
I mean, you're talking to somebody that is more of a Disneyland person too. So
Well, no, yeah.
You
Disneyland,
live in the wrong state, son.
I know, but they have a Mr. Toad.
and their weather is a little bit more tolerable.
Well, it's snowing there right now.
Well, I didn't say right now, but overall, California's got a little bit better weather, especially with the humidity.
Once they fall off the portion of the
Oh
earth
yeah,
at
once
some
it
point.
snaps off into the ocean, Arizona's gonna have a great beach.
It's gonna become like Escape from L.A.
Yeah.
Yep. Bouncing down the road, we got some new interplanetary passports for the ET adventure.
Oh really?
They've made an update to ET. Color me surprised.
Only the cards that they hand out.
Oh. We've updated these
Well, no, remember
cards.
the ride was closed for like a year.
Yeah.
So they updated the ride, and now they're updating the little cards that they hand out.
They're not the ones from 1989 anymore?
No, these look like they're from the year. Well, they say 2020 or 2022 on them, but they just look like. I don't know. I mean, these look like they're from 1989.
Did they improve ET's voice? Because half the time I
No,
can't tell.
I like it that way.
Hello.
I just want to know. Here's the thing. I'd buy one of the old ones.
Should have
People
stole
used
one
to
when you
steal
had the
those all the
chance,
time.
Yeah, I'd buy one. Just like I wish I would have bought a Shrek 3 glasses.
Yeah. People used to steal those. You know what else they used to steal way back in the day? The handle grip
Sporks?
on the bikes. The
Why?
handle
To put them
grips.
on their own bikes?
Yes. Only speaking from experience of kids I knew.
What is wrong with people?
I don't know.
Is that what you have on your clown bike?
Yes. The old ET grips. You know the worker's like, son of a gun, somebody stole the dang handle grips again.
You know what's crazy? I was thinking about this the other day because I was weirdly like, I was in like a Spielberg mood, so I was like thinking about Spielberg movies. Like, the E.T. ride is a sequel to E.T.
It is.
Like,
It takes you through like the whole movie, and then it like
but then it takes you
To his
beyond the
home
movie.
planet. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
We got to his home planet. That's
It's
right.
like, because I know they've been talking about doing a sequel. It's like, well, they did. They did a sequel. It's right there.
welcome home.
I also heard
Arrived.
a rumor that Spielberg makes $20 million a year from Universal.
well, he should.
And he probably just like, okay, whatever.
It's
Just tucks it under his couch cushions.
Like,
I wonder what his. I gotta look. I wonder what his net worth is.
because like every ride in those parks somehow is tied to him.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of the Spielberg part.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. At one point, it was like anything you looked at in the park was his.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got rid of Jaws. And then Back to the Future wasn't exactly his, but he was like an executive producer.
Yeah,
and-
he stewarded that one.
Yeah.
so it's like,
He's been an EP on about a million things, too.
yeah, but getting an EP credit is
He
It's
showed
kind
up
of ridiculous.
in a catering one time, so they gave him an EP credit.
well, yeah, like somebody who was working on the movie like got his advice on something, and they'll give him an EP a credit.
Yeah, he has an EP credit on every Transformers movie.
Ew.
Do you want to guess Steven Spielberg's net worth?
$1 Brazilian dollars.
Yeah. 723 million.
$4 billion.
Oh, no, really?
He has an annual income of around $150 million. Again, he produces a lot of stuff.
When's like the last movie that was like, like considered like a Spielberg masterpiece?
Oh, I feel like we've done this before.
The last movie he did was
West Side Story. Well, The Fablemans, which is nominated for Best Picture, which
Yeah,
is the
but nobody saw
autobiography.
it.
I cannot wait to see it, and I'm mad that I haven't seen it.
It made $0, but yes.
he's looking for the last Spielberg blockbuster.
Yeah, I wanted to know when like the last monster he put out,
I mean, Ready
Save
Player One,
That was pretty big.
I liked that, but I don't think it was like a
$583 million.
I liked it. It just wasn't the monster.
Lincoln won a lot of awards, but not a blockbuster. No one liked Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Oh, that thing was terrible.
It would probably have to be War of the Worlds.
Really? How much did that thing make?
$600 million, and that came out in 2005.
I was going to say Saving Private Ryan.
That's
but
it. Dial it back. What else was big before that?
Catch Me If You Can was pretty big. Minority Report's really good.
It's a good movie. I don't feel like it was a blockbuster.
AI, Artificial Intelligence.
Ah, that thing.
Yeah, but that was more of a.
That was a Kubrick movie that
yeah.
he took over.
Yeah, that was a love letter to Stanley Kubrick.
Then it was Saving Private Ryan.
That's got to be it.
yeah,
I mean,
that was just like a mega like.
But it wasn't a popcorn flick, though, still.
no. The last popcorn flick, I mean, if you want to count it, would be Lost World, Jurassic Park, or you just say Lost World, or
Yeah.
you just say Jurassic Park,
Yeah, I have to say Jurassic Park then.
which is
1993.
30 years old.
Jiminy Christmas.
Because I don't think you're going to say Amistad or Schindler's List.
No. But hey, look,
Schindler's List was huge, but
He had, this is, just really quickly, he had Schindler's List in Jurassic Park in 1993. Then in 97, he had Lost World, Jurassic Park, and Amistad in 1997.
Guys got a diverse work base for sure.
Well, and then Minority Report and Catch Me If You Can, 2002. War of the Worlds, Munich, 2005. Tintin and Warhorse, 2011. Like, dude works.
yeah.
Did anybody see Tintin or Warhorse? Because I don't think I did.
I wanted to see Tintin, and then I never did.
That's probably a lot of people's experience with Tintin.
Things I love. I'm massive. But yeah, you look at the movies he
I love
produced.
Snowy.
You look at all the movies he produced: Gremlins, Back to the Future, An American Tail, Batteries Not Included, Inner Space, Land Before Time, Tiny Toons Adventures, The Flintstones, Twister, Men in Black.
Yeah, he's got quite the list there.
Yes.
So, and it's no wonder Universal built a lot of their park around him.
It's a good wagon to hitch yourself to.
Yep.
I am curious about what you were saying about the Simpsons Land, just because we're on Universal right now.
Well, so everybody knows in 2028 the contract for Simpsons is coming to fruition,
And Disney owns it now.
and Disney owns it. The word on the street is they're just going to pull Disney or Simpsons completely out of the Hollywood park.
Okay.
The reason behind it is there are structural the rumor is that there are structural issues with the building that houses the Simpsons ride.
It is built on a mountain.
So rather than like trying to fix that, the thought is they're going to just tear down the building and remove all the theming, just reskin the land.
But what about Orlando?
There's a rumor that they already have like a proof or like a artist concept that they're going to reskin it with Universal monsters.
Oh,
we're getting Universal monsters in Epic Universe.
That is one of my upcoming stories.
So, well, there you go. So, nobody's sure about what the fate of Orlando's Simpsons land will be.
interesting.
It seems widely popular.
It is. I mean, the show continues to be popular too. Like I said, multi-generational now.
It might be the leverage that they use to try to, get Marvel out of, or at least allow there to be like Marvel on both sides.
Yeah. Guess we'll see.
There's a lot of roller coaster track being installed at Epic Universe.
Okay.
So we've got the dueling racing coaster.
Yes.
Which has no theme. It's just that's the dueling racing coaster.
Okay.
Then there's the classic monsters coaster.
Yes. I'm excited about that.
I know you are. And there's the How to Train Your Dragon roller coaster.
Less excited about that one just because I don't know what that
You don't know what
movie
it is, yes.
No.
Well, there's going to be a live action one coming in a few years.
Okay.
Honestly, everybody who's seen How to
really
Train Your
good.
Dragon, they love it.
Really good.
Yeah.
It is really good. Speaking of Universal, guys, we got another park basically saying COVID's over.
Oh, is Universal saying that?
The Japanese theme parks agreed to end mask requirements beginning March 13th.
Good. I mean, that's still a mask society over there. In Japan, they always were.
Yes.
Like, if you have a cold, you put a mask on there. That's just how they are in Japan. But that's good.
And
No
they
more
will
mandates.
they will abolish COVID-19 measures entirely in May.
Okay, good. Good to hear. I still want to go over there and visit the Japanese park.
Yeah, so do I, dude. They have a Godzilla theme park where you enter by ziplining into his mouth.
I just want to eat all the street food.
That sounds a lot of fun,
We
too.
should do a broadcast from Japan.
Dude, yes! I had to, censor myself on that reaction.
Yeah. All right. Let's plan this.
I mean,
would never thought in a million years we could get him to go to Japan.
The thing is,
I can't even get him to go to Kobe Steakhouse.
the thing is,
They have McDonald's there.
we got to get him a passport. He's going to fail that.
I
So-
can get a passport.
I don't. They're going to.
yeah, I don't know.
They're going to look at your
They're gonna
internet.
they're going to do a background check, and I'm pretty sure you have stuff on there like the facing a national monument.
No,
and
no,
like,
no, that's fine. In Japan, they don't worry about that sort of stuff.
The thing is, I say we fly from here to Hollywood,
Mm-hmm.
do Universal Hollywood and Disneyland first, and
Okay.
then, boom, across the big ocean.
All right. Let's lock in those sponsored dollars to
Yes.
book this trip and make it happen.
if we're doing this mega trip, might as well stop in Hawaii.
No,
and
there's no theme park there. This is a theme park trip. If you want, we'll push you out along the way if you want to.
there's Lost and the sets for Jurassic Park.
I didn't watch Lost. Well, actually, no. I watched the first 5 episodes and the last episode.
We can
not
ride
good.
ATVs through that whole field where the Gallimimus
Our
are chasing
sponsor's
going to
kick that one back. He's going to kick that stop off. He's going to
Nope.
say, no, that's not a theme park.
And then you know what I say? After we do Japan, we do China, and then we do Disneyland Paris.
Oh, yeah. Fritz is going to be in Paris in a couple weeks, I think.
There we go.
I'll get a report from there.
Yeah, I guess I called him an old man last week on the show, and I got a mean text in the middle of the week.
You guys call me an old man,
That's accurate.
even though Jimmy and I are 2 years apart.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah,
last
but
week.
you're still older than me.
Yeah, this is true.
By the way, very quickly at Disneyland Hollywood, they still have a Toontown
Oh, yes, they do. Mhm.
because they just build things and they don't just replace things.
That's true. That's what they do.
And they have squishy grass over there,
Okay.
and you can now do picnics there.
Oh, really?
There's a full so it's at the Good Boy Grocers, where you can featuring quick snack options and perfect picnic souvenirs.
Do they have park benches with hobos in them?
No,
Because then it's not going to feel like a California park.
Oh, yeah. It's like an old-time California park.
but you can build a perfect picnic basket, 3 food items and 1 beverage.
What if you're old Dickerman and you show up with your own picnic basket?
I mean,
with
you could
sandwiches
also
made from home.
You could absolutely do that as well.
Okay, good.
Dirty igloo cooler.
Dragging it in, just
I'll-
leaking
I'll-
water out the
I
back.
like to bring the old one so I don't have to carry it home.
Just gonna leave it here.
I found this one in a dumpster on the way over.
By the way, I think I brought this up last week. So they opened up Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway there on January 27th, and like less than a month later, they've already done away with a virtual queue.
We don't need these virtual queues.
Just let people wait in line.
Leave that for those Orlando losers.
Just let people use lines. What is wrong with that?
I don't know. They don't like us to have lines. They don't like us to have
so
things.
weird.
We don't have annual passes, for God's sakes. I mean, come on.
No, they're doubling down on more deals.
Yeah, more deals if you're a Florida resident. You just can't buy an annual pass because we don't want you here.
Yes.
That's why you shouldn't have given it up.
Or I can go to Universal because they want annual pass holders. Or I can go to SeaWorld because they want annual pass holders.
Oh, this is a
Well, you haven't.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
This is a weird rumor that just came out of nowhere.
Okay, share it because we've got about a minute left.
So Ken Marino, who is
Dan's dad, okay.
is an actor. He's in like Party Down and stuff like that. He's also the sound engineer in Rock and Roller Coaster.
Okay.
So he's the guy sitting there
Sure.
when
Guys, come on.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And he was on a podcast and said, "Oh, I have heard a rumor that Queen has been floated as replacing Aerosmith."
See? There you go.
That would be
Great,
rad.
great. It's
They
an
talked about
unsubstantiated rumor. This is just one person who happened to be in the ride saying this.
Well, just don't look too deeply into Queen's history, please, because they probably have as many skeletons in their rock band out there.
Exactly.
Nah. You saw that movie, Bohemian Rhapsody?
Oh, my God.
They skipped about 90% of the stuff in that movie. I
Oh
know.
my God, do not bring up that movie. That movie it angers me on so many different levels.
Okay, I don't want to trigger you.
All right, that'll be for the Queen podcast. For this theme park podcast, Scott, if people want to get the latest breaking news just like that, where can they find it?
You can follow us on Twitter at Theme Park Show, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at The Theme Park Podcast, or watch at thethemeparkyoutube.com.
And the show comes to you live from the Lauren Campbell Realtor.com. T-Bo Gazebo Studios. For Jimmy D, for Scott Harris, I am Dickerman. Until next week, we will see you out at the parks.
This has been the Theme Park Podcast. Follow the show on Facebook and Instagram at the Theme Park Podcast. To catch up on previous episodes, check out thethemeparkpodcast.com, the iHeartRadio app, or Apple Podcasts.
Again.
You've been drinking again?
Been drinking again. My words are slurred.
All right. Why don't you say good night there, Dickerman?
Sorry, folks. I've been drinking again. Good night there, Dickerman.